Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I was just about to continue the video for what class is right for you, but in depth because quite a few of you wanted me to kind of get into it more. So I'm just going to use this thing right here. I'm hoping. I think it has all the classes, does it? Okay, cool. So um, I'll just start with the explorers again and then just work my way down. So explorers are pretty basic. Um, Trying to think of what to say. I usually just do my videos on the spot. Again, you're gonna get recognized quite a bit. I think this will actually be better for in depth because I have the nice little tables here. So within warriors, you have fighters, crusaders, and heroes. I'm pretty sure that's the one that uses sword and shield. I think. Does it say? Okay, so yeah, that's sword and shield, and then page. I think it's like maces and blunt weapons, possibly. And then there's spearmen. In my opinion, I like spearmen the most. So Dark Knight, a fourth job. They use spears and pole arms, and they're a little bit slower than the other classes, but I really like the attack, even though there's only one. It just looks really cool. The effects are really awesome, and yeah, it's pretty good. And whoopsies. Yeah, so the explorers, since they are the oldest, I don't know why, they don't really do too much damage. So I'm going to say explorers are more so about the story and just the characters in general rather than being OP. So yeah, magicians, as I was saying earlier, there's fire poisoning, so pretty straightforward, kind of self-explanatory. And there's ice lightning, and then there's cleric. So cleric is the one that gives you HS. Oh, it's the big support class. So depending on which mage you want to be, uh, obviously the support one, and then the other ones that just have like regular attacks, I guess you could say. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get more into the clerics and bishop. Um, Basically, you're guaranteed a party, and you'll level up a lot faster because you'll always have HS. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Bowman. So you've got hunter and crossbowman. So basically, you have pretty much the same attacks until fourth job. So that's when it starts to get interesting. It's kind of like more so, I guess you could say, specific to the bow, depending on what you use, bow or crossbow. So, yeah, that's all I can really think of to say. And then within thief, there's just regular thief and dual blades. So thieves use throwing stars, so assassin. So they're more so the ranged attackers, and then there's bandits, so they're kind of like warriors, but I guess you could say more stealthy. So both of these classes, as you level, get higher avoidability, so you won't get as much. So they're pretty good for bossing. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm gonna talk about. Which characters are good for like soloing or and mobbing. So warriors, I don't know. To me, I don't really think they're the greatest unless if you're funded. Um, I'm gonna say Dark Knights are the best for mobbing, just because the attack that you get at fourth job, it's like pretty wide distance, so it's a lot better for mobbing. And then magicians, depending if you're like the sport class, like the cleric, it'll be pretty good for bossing because you can heal yourself and your party members, and you also have dispel. So if you or your party members have like a debuff, then it'll take that off. So that's really helpful. Bowman, I'm gonna say they're definitely better at soloing because I know that hunters only hit one monster at a time for their main fourth job attack. So definitely better for bossing. And thieves and dual blades, they're also for soloing. Um, okay, I'm gonna say, sorry, assassins are soloing, and then bandits. I never really played one before, but I think they're better for mobbing. So yeah, so the assassin is the one that's better for bossing, and then dual blade is just good all around. They're good at soloing as well as hitting mobs. So they're the same as the thief, as the assassin and bandit. They have high avoidability, so it's pretty helpful as well for bossing, because obviously you won't get his much, and even just in general. And then pirates, there is the brawler, so you'll be punching people up. Basically, I'm gonna say in addition to warriors, just because they're like up close and personal. And then gunslingers, they're ranged, so they're pretty cool. Once they're a corsair, or however the hell you pronounce it, you get a pretty cool little ship that you can ride, and it's pretty sweet. I've had a couple friends that play as them, and they're pretty cool. I think they're all right for mobbing as well. I'm not really 100% sure. Same with Cannoneer and Jet. I never really played them too much. Jet, I honestly have no idea, since I never see any Jets because they're so dead. Cannoneers, I think they might be better for soloing. I don't really remember them having skills for mobs, so yeah, I'm pretty sure they're better for bossing as well. Sinus Knights, as I said in the first video, they're just more so a support class for your other characters for the Empress Blessings, so that's all they're really good for. And of course, an Ultimate Explorer, or Ultimate Adventurer, or Ultimate Explorer. I don't know if they're the same thing, but basically, once you get one of these characters to the max level, so 120, then you can make an Ultimate Explorer, and they have to be an Explorer class, so it'll be one of these guys. And basically, you start them at level 50, like you automatically start at level 50, and then let's say you choose Magician, and let's say you go Ice Lightning, because that's what my UA is. So he'll have all of these attacks for the Ice Lightning Mage, and then he also has attacks from the Fire Poison Mage. So it's pretty cool. It's all really up to your choice for which character you would want to be for the Ultimate Explorer. But I think I remember talking to people. I think people said maybe I can't remember. Everyone says there's one class that's like the best as a UA, but yeah, Magician is okay. They're not really the greatest. If they had like skills from Cleric, that'd be pretty OP, but they don't. So yeah, it's all really on your choice. And now the heroes. The heroes they're all pretty good, I would say. So Aaron, they're button mashers. You kind of have to use all your keys, like up, down, left, right, to use the attack. So your fingers will definitely get jacked and probably tired and sore. There you go. I made a new word, sired. Yeah. So you'll probably be taking most likely a lot of breaks from this character, but he is pretty strong. They're really good at bossing as well as mobbing. So they're just really good. I would really suggest an Aaron as a new starting character. Like if you're new to Maplestory, he'd be a good class to play. Same as Evan as well. They don't really need much funding. With your dragon, it's pretty sweet. You hit really fast, so you have a lot of a high DPS or whatever, damage per second. So that's pretty good. You're hitting really fast, and you're hitting pretty high too, because they're really good. So that's definitely another beginner class if you're new to the game. And then Luminous, as you can see in the picture here, and I kind of touched on it a little bit on the last episode. So you have the light skills and then the dark skills. So there's a button where you can switch between the two, and then there's a cooldown on it. And let's say you're in light mode, then your light attacks will do more damage and you'll hit more per line. So if you don't know what I mean by per line, basically for each attack, let's say you hit for one attack, it hits 2 times in that one attack. So if you're in light mode, and if you use that same attack, then let's say it'll hit 4 times for every 1 time you press the button instead of just twice. you catch me. And vice versa with the dark skills. If you're in dark mode, then your dark skills will hit more per line and hit higher. So it's a pretty cool system. It's a really different playstyle, and I really enjoy it. I have a 173 Luminous, I think, and he's a lot of fun to play, and you don't need too much funding either. And the link skills are awesome. Or not link, actually, yeah, his link skill is really good. It actually increases your damage by 10% or ignores monsters' defense by 10%. So basically the same thing. So it's a pretty good link skill. And hyper skills is what I was trying to say, but all hyper skills are sick. So, and Mercedes, they're highly mobile. I think they got nerfed. So for those of you who are kind of new, that means that they got debuffed, I guess you could say. So they don't hit as high, I believe. I don't know if they revamped them again, but oh yeah, this just reminded me. So if you guys go on the main website, you got pro tips here. So that I think they help out a little bit for what the character is all about. So if you guys want to read those, that would probably be smart. Mercedes, I only have level 70 just because of the link skill, because it gives plus 10% bonus experience. So it's really helpful. I'm going to say in a way they're a support class as well for that link skill. And yeah, they're just highly mobile, and the playstyle is pretty fun. You kind of like jump around the map pretty fast, so it's pretty cool. And Phantom, I basically covered him for the last video as well. You can steal any of the explorer's skills, so that's pretty cool, except for Dual Blade and Cannoneer and Jet. So that's pretty sweet. You can have a variety of skills from different classes, so that's pretty sweet. And don't forget to steal HS Holy Symbol so that you could get into parties as well pretty quick. But don't forget, the skills you do steal are not as powerful as if you were that actual class. Excuse me. And Demon Slayer, as I said last time, he's, in my opinion, the most fun character. You can just fly around. He uses Fury instead of mana, so you don't need any mana potions, so you can save some money there. He's just, overall, he's so much fun to play. But just watch out, because since he doesn't use mana, most of his attacks, actually I think all of them, use health as well, so you really gotta be careful on that. And he does have attacks that recovers health. I think he has like 2 attacks like that or something, so it's pretty helpful. He's a really fun character. His control attack, it hits really quick, and it has a kind of a little cool animation, so I really like Demon Slayer's storyline. Is pretty cool too. I haven't really finished it yet, but I'm getting there. He's just a lot of fun to play. And Battle Mage, I pretty much covered him as well, or her, depending on if you're a guy or girl. He has that buff at, actually I think you even get it before 4th job, but it's just improved. But he has really good buffs for yourself as well as the party. So like higher weapon defense. I think there's one that increases your magic and weapon attack possibly as well. But anyways, he's just really good as a party support class, as well as tanking and just raping. He has a pretty cool tornado attack at 4th job, and you can't take any damage, and you just rape everything in your path. I think after my Demon Slayer, I'm gonna start playing on my Battle Mage, because he's pretty badass. And Wild Hunter, as I said before as well, I never really played them that much, but they're highly mobile as well, and they're kind of a twist from the Bowman and Crossbowmen. So if you're kind of tired of your Bowman or Crossbowmen, and you want a little bit of a change but not totally out of the class, Wild Hunter would definitely be the way to go. So you have arrows that you shoot, and also your Jaguar has a couple attacks where he nom-noms people and scratches them to shit. And Mechanic, they're pretty fun. They don't really hit the highest, but Siege mode is pretty badass. And also, once you're in 4th job, your whole mech upgrades, and it's totally badass. He's a fun class, but not really for damage, unless you're funded, of course. And Kaiser, Another character that's pretty OP. You don't really need much funding for the rest of these characters. Same with Demon Slayer, they really revamped him as well, so that's pretty cool. But Kaiser, he has a really interesting system. Um, Basically, once you fill up the bar, he turns into this mode, and it upgrades most of your attacks. So, like the tornado one, I can't really remember what it's called. They get bigger and they're like purple, so that's pretty awesome. And Gygus Wave, if that's how you pronounce it, gets upgraded as well. So he's really cool. He's a pretty fun class to play, especially since his system is different as well. They're they're totally different playstyles to the other characters, so that's what I really like about what Nexon has done there. They've changed it up rather than everyone having mana or bars to fill up to turn into a godly sexy beast. So he's really fun to play. You don't need much funding. And Angelic Buster, that is a female only class, so that's kind of bogus. Do they have Mihail? They don't even have him here, do they? Because he's a male only class, unless if I'm like totally blind. Anyways, Angelic Buster has a cool system too. She has health only, so no mana or fury or whatever you want to call it. And she just basically has recharge, so once you attack someone, you have a chance to recharge. And if you do get that recharge, and you can use, better skills, or I guess you could say, and it's a pretty cool system. You can always check some more videos out on YouTube if you want to see how the skills are. And then Hayato is basically what I like to call a really revamped warrior. He has uses what are they called, katanas, and yeah, he's pretty cool. His attacks are pretty long range, and oh yeah, I forgot to say what characters are good at bossing. I think I stopped at like Aaron or Evan or something. I'll just get to that at the end though. So he's pretty good. I have one, but not really the highest level, but they're pretty sweet. And then Kana is also in high demand for parties. She or he, you can make it a he, so that's pretty cool. At fourth job, you can increase the monster spawn rate, so that's pretty awesome. Help you level up faster, and I think that's really it. So Aaron and Evans are good at both for bossing and mobbing. Same with Luminous. I'm gonna say he's good at both as well. Mercedes, I'm gonna say they're slightly better at mobbing than bossing. All really depends on how funded you are. And Phantom, I find a lot of people use this skill from Corsairs, that octopus thing that shoots a million times, or whatever it's called. A lot of people use that skill, so I think that's possibly one of the best skills for Phantom. So just for you guys to keep in mind to take that skill. So he's more so support. So I'm gonna say he's not really good for either bossing or mobbing. It already depends on how funded you are and what skills you use and how you play with him. So your play style. So yeah, I'll let you guys decide on what you want to do for Phantom. Demon Slayer, he has some pretty good buffs, or not buffs, skills that ignore enemy defense, so I'm going to say he's better for bossing, but he does have good mobbing skills too, so he's pretty sweet. Overall, pretty good. Battle Mage, I really have to pee, so I'm trying to get through this quick. I'm going to piss myself. Battle Mage, I don't know actually. I'm going to say maybe he's better at mobbing. Wild Hunter, I think soloing, so bossing. Mechanic is overall shitty. Fun to play, but not the best for damage. I'm gonna say neither for him. I mean, it already depends, again, how funded you are. I don't know, I'll let you guys decide for that too. Kaiser, he's good for both mobbing and bossing. Angelic Buster, depends on, I don't know, she hits really high. But I don't know, I'll let you guys decide for that too. Because sometimes, depending on how lucky you are with the recharge, you might not be able to hit as fast, I guess you could say. And yeah, Hayato and Kana, I'm not really sure actually. I'll let you guys decide on those two because I haven't really played them up to fourth job. So I hope this helped you guys out a little bit, and if you have any more questions, just leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.